It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. And if you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
Now Jones. Johnson's got it complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Running left, it's Barkley. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 49. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, that is a confidence builder and a trust builder on both sides. And what I mean by that is coaching staff putting together a game plan, players executing it. Now both of them are in sync.
3rd and 5. Throwing Jones. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles, knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And that's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Second and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 42 yards rushing for him here. What a start to the ball game. It's 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Barkley is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Jones, he dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis.
They just gave up a sack there. If I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. They're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Well, they had the solid field position there to start the opening drive and didn't have to really move it too far to be in range and take the 3-0 lead.
And a lot of times I think that even I look at this a little bit negatively because of where they started with the field position. Hey, they still got 3 points out of this drive. Got a little momentum going. Got things set up for the rest of the ball game. Take the 3, be happy, and move on.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Play fake, Brissett. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Brissett. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Brissett. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Brissett now. That is caught. They find some open field here. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. 38 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. They work now on 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. At the
Giants. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your...
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Commanders, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. 3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Giants 3, Commanders 0.
Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Jones fakes the give to Barkley, rolling to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And now off to the races down the right side. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. They'll try and run forward Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and can you imagine being in that level, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Gano's kick is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
17-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They'll They'll try the left side with Gibson. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing, Brissett. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice. Is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Brissett slings this deep from McLaurin. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders are an extra point away from taking the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those 6s on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Jones. Able to hit his target, Claypool.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, CD, that's a huge play by this defense in a close ball game. I think he was trying to just extend the play. They're getting outside the pocket, but he throws a costly pick six.
Yeah, he's trying to find someone open. You're exactly right. He wasn't looking to run. He was looking to throw. The result, not good for him. They were more than happy on the defensive side to gather that one in and take it to the house.
Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if they...
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
A handoff running left is Gibson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On the bootleg, it's Brissett. Completes it to Fant on the right side. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Out left to Dotson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they're going to speed things up here. Brissett going to move him around here.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 16-yard line.
2nd and 11. And his throw is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Brissett sets to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! Curtis Samuel, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Jones signaling, let's go, trying to get his guys up to the line. Now Jones looking to throw on 2nd down. And he wisely will throw that one away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure is starting to close in. They just got to throw this one away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. This time they stay on the ground. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the 2nd half gets underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember in that 1st half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that 1st half.
A 2nd down throw for Brissett. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
A loss of 6 yards brings up 3rd and 16.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the 2nd half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the 1st half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Buying time to his left. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. Under pressure, they got him again. Chase Young drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen down as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the...
And that's caught inside the 35.
Big yardage that time for Washington.
48 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
Brissett to throw on first. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Brissett's throw into the hands of Fan.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Again, it's Brissett.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
They'll run with Gibson. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point forthcoming. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Makes the score. Commanders 27, Giants 6.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game.
Jones hit and the ball's out.
And it's Washington.
And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring them indeed with that score alone. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
The score. Commanders 44, Giants 6.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's into the clear. And he's going to get this all the way down to Washington's 30. 96 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Barkley. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Hyatt, 28 yards. And the Giants get a bit closer. And that score there makes this a much more manageable deficit.
Agreed, because before that touchdown, this looked like this was about over. Instead, they've got hope. They're back in the game. They feel better about themselves, and now they have a chance to make some more plays.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Gano the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Commanders 34, Giants 13. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Brissett now on second down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Brissett. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line.
Brissett. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. Touchdown, Washington. Noah Fant, 55 yards. And the
Commanders get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him.
And now it's blocked, and the Giants have got it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. And before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they're smelling.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means a free safety in the middle of the...
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really...
Touchdown, Giants! Jalen Hyatt, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year.
And the Giants are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
Gano for the extra point. And the lead is down to 20.
Makes the score. Commanders 40, Giants 20. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the fourth.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They go play action with Brissett. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And quickly they get to the line.
Brissett going to move him around here. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, Brissett.
Completes it to Samuel.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Commanders are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign.
Point after here coming up. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
The score, Commanders 47, Giants 20.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Jones. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Throwing Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on.
Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Commanders have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Giants 20.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead now.